very similar to tally.so and also commotion.page or even Typeform if you consider as a form builder website or Jotform. We also have another website called notionforms.io which allows you to create forms and store data in Notion, right? You can always use these forms independently of Notion, but the data at the end of it is stored in Notion and nowhere else, right? And this is all a no code experience. So let's quickly jump in, see what this tool is about and how easy it is to build forms using notionforms.io. Let's get started. All right, if you head over to notionforms.io, there is something that you see. There is always a demo available and also create a form button. Let's just quickly scroll through. There are some testimonials about how people have been using notionforms.io, and also here are some of the free features that Notion Forms website or the platform allows users to take leverage of, which is one, any number of fields, no restrictions, and any number of forms, again no restrictions, but there are limitations in terms of the functionality itself. If you scroll down, you would be able to see that there is only one Notion workspace that you can link to, and but you can create as many forms and all of that. No limit on the answers or anything like that. But at the same time, if you look at what are the other options in the paid features, you'll realize that again this tool, as just like everybody else, adds their own branding to the form that you create, and you can't do file uploads or the file upload field itself as a part of your form. And also in the paid features, you can customize your form to look better in terms of themes or colors generally. And if you go beyond the pro plan, you can always have multiple users, multiple workspaces linked to just one single account, right? But at the end of the day, I think the default feature that you can still use as part of the free plan is to be able to create forms without coding and without the hassle of worrying about how to create a form, write code and all of that, and simply link it directly to your workspace where you want to store the data and get going with your form, right? If you are a content creator, or if you have a landing page, or if you are selling a course of which you want people to subscribe to or just sign up to get access to something that you've already created, or if your use case or if your use case falls into any of those criteria or beyond that, or you just want to collect information from people and store that data in Notion and then take it to any other platform that you want further, you can always get started with notionforms.io as one of your options along with tally.so or commotion.page, right? So let's quickly look at the steps that are required. I think pretty much very similar. One is connect your Notion database to your account. Step 2 is create the database and create the form in notionforms.io. So let's just quickly log in or sign up, right? I'm going to sign up for an account. And I have heard about them from Product Hunt. Not sure if that's an option. It's not an option. Cool. Let's say. Oh, looks like I already have an account. Let's do login. And if you don't have an account, just create an account. Right. Once you're here, the first step is to create a new form. Right. So I'm just going to quickly connect my workspace to get started. As you can see, the previous workspace doesn't have the permissions anymore, so it is asking me to connect to the workspace again. I'm going to click select pages, and since we don't have a page here, what I'm going to do is go back here first, go back to my Notion, create a page just for this one, which is Notion Forms example, and add a table, right? Just like every time, add a table, and let's call this applicants. And for the sake of this demo, I'm going to change this to email address of the user and probably what's your question, and then it'll be a text response. And let's also do another type of field, which is favorite color. and this can be multiple multi-select. So let's just leave it like that. This is our table is ready. Now let's go back to the tool itself and connect workspace, then select pages. It should ideally refresh and we should have the page here. So I'm going to allow access, and now let's see what happens. You're allowed to connection. Oh, okay. Let me quickly delete this and continue the video, right? So if you go to settings, you can delete the previous connection, and now from here you can connect again to Notion, right? So as part of the first step is to connect the Notion database that we just created, right? So I'm just going to select pages. The one that I have is already selected. Allow access, and that should get you going, right? Probably a bug for the developer to fix this. It shows a URL, which is very weird. Let's go back to our dashboard and quickly create our first form. Right. So our table is available here, and all the fields are automatically created just like Commotion.page. Looks like these two tools are way too similar in terms of features. Not sure who came first, but yeah, looks clearly plagiarized quite a bit. But yes, they also have an option to preview full page or preview how the embed will look like. And on the left, you can see you can always add a description. This is my description to make it look better. And if you scroll down, you can always add a custom block. So you can add different types of blocks, right? And enable dark mode, light mode. You can also upload logos, which are all these options are paid options, so you won't be able to use them. But yes, once the submission is done, you can always show a custom text, which is not a pro feature, which really looks good in terms of a feature that is available for free users. And post submission, what you want to do, you can always redirect if you buy a pro plan to any specific page that you want the user to go to. Let's say, for example, you are selling a course, and the download files or the PDF files or whatever files you have for the course are available at a separate link. You can always redirect the user once they fill this form to that link, so that you make sure you get the lead also, and you can measure how many leads are coming in, right? And this again, update record is a pro feature, so if you want to update an existing record, you won't be able to do that. But for a free feature, I think create record obviously works, and you can change this to register as a button. And their branding is very subtle and extremely not in the face, so very subtle here, not visible much, which is a good thing about this tool. So let's quickly create form and see how to embed this. Right, so the dark mode option is a pro feature, so we won't be able to have access to that. But let's see how to embed. So you can, yeah, as you can see, you can click the link and get the form link that you can embed into Notion itself, right? They also have a quick way to show how to do this. I'm just going to go back to my Notion and do /embed and then paste the link here, and this should show the form ideally. Right, we have the form right here. Let's quickly fill this up. Since there are no options available here, what you could also do is probably add a bunch of options. Or let's quickly go back to the form and see if we are able to add any options. Open your form. Oh, how do I? Okay, here it is. Very hidden. Let's quickly see. Okay. Now, perfect. Now here we should be able to right. So we are obviously not able to. If you have a drop down field, as you can see, I'm figuring out this along with you. So as you can see, you won't be able to pre-fill or pre-add any values in that drop down or multi-select when you create the database. So what I'm going to do is here have red, green, violet as 3 options. Now let's see what happens when we refresh this page. When you also refresh the application itself, it should ideally update, because now we have updated the database. Oh, it doesn't update. Let's see. So I guess to update, you have to go back to the form itself and then click here, pre-filled value. Now, yeah, now if I click save changes, then I'm guessing this should update. Let's see. There you go. So whenever you make a change, you go back, refresh, update, and then come back here. So let's now finally fill this. And before I just submit this form, just a quick note is that we already have 3 rows. So you should see a new row pop up after these 3 when I submit. So I'm just going to do register, and our data should pop up right here. As you can see, yes, it works. That's how you embed or create a form for Notion and embed it on Notion, and you can always use the form wherever you want. If you've learned something from this, consider subscribing to the channel and drop a like to this video if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one, because this channel is all about building stuff without coding. See you in the next one. Peace.